conversations in the past, and my biggest question to you was, how did you handle penalties? The personal fouls and the unforced mental errors, the non-hustle fouls, I like to call them. And I want to just ask you just to expound on what do you do to try to cut down on those kinds of things?
Well, one big thing in football is discipline, and discipline is simply self-control. So you really have to teach guys how to control themselves. I found that if you make them tired, they'll start controlling themselves. If you make them do a little extra running after practice, like get up early in the morning and run some hills, they'll start deciding that they don't want to have a personal foul penalty or have a mental error, and trying to get some back in line. But really, we don't have to do a whole lot of that at Tuskegee. We have a great group of young men, and we have a great group of coaches. Our coaches, one prerequisite that we have for coaches is they have to care about the players. And I think our players know our coaches care about it. And when they tell them something, when they first come in, they don't believe it. But the longer they're there, the more that they see that they're dedicated to what they're talking about. They begin to buy into the system, and they believe what they tell them, and they try to do it the right way.
Coach, I want to leapfrog over. You're an offensive kind of minded guy. I want to talk about the growing process of maturization of Joshua Harris, your quarterback. I had a chance to watch him grow from week 2 all the way to the Pioneer Bowl, and he seemed to have grown leaps and bounds. And the way you managed games and let him handle situations really grew as the season blossomed. Could you talk about his maturization process?
Well, really, he's been our guy from the beginning. At the beginning of the year last year, he had migraines. He had a real bad problem with migraines, and he couldn't practice a whole lot during preseason camp. So we had to go. We had our redshirt freshman there, so we went with our redshirt freshman. And then after that, he had another injury. He had a leg injury. So we had to wait until that healed, and then once he got in decent condition, then he could start playing. And I guess his breakout game was the Albany State game. He brought us back, and we scored right there at the end to win the game. And then because Jeremy got hurt in that game, our other quarterback got hurt in that game, and so he's been starting ever since. I also want to say this about he's a great young man. He's a very intelligent young man. He actually graduated this year, got his BS degree, and he'll be working on his master's. So we're excited about having a guy like that can make good decisions, and he's also pretty mobile.
Okay, Coach. Coach Joey earlier, he talked about now everybody seems to be moving toward a pro style of offense, and actually you run a similar pro style of offense. You don't necessarily run a spread. I've seen you line up in the eye in multiple formations. And one of the things I'm amazed by is your fullback. And I've said that in one of my columns before that, John Paisley is really, I think, the heart and soul of that team. And so he goes, so does Tuskegee. I know we talked about your quarterback, but, the fullback is one of those positions. There's not a lot of glamour, there's not a lot of glory, but it's a lot of work. And he seems to relish that job. Could you talk a little bit about